I remember when I was quite young, going into department stores, and I always loved to touch the clothing. It was something I loved to do. My hands were always on the clothing, and I always liked to play around in the department stores, and it was just a memory that I brought back. Um, but there was a story somebody had brought to my attention a few years back, and it was about a man struggling pretty damn hard. He had a problem with drugs and alcohol. It happened to be a heroin problem, and basically, um, he was a good father. He tried to take care of everybody as he possibly could. And now, when you're dealing with some sort of drug addiction, heroin problem, basically, it's hard to stop and it's hard to function. He was a good friend of mine, so I'm gonna actually pray for him. My prayers go out to him. He worked pretty hard. And the worst part about it is I feel terrible about it. But when you become, an enabler and you have money, and you walk out there in the streets, you're causing a lot of trouble. And the worst grief that I feel, is for the girl because he got her involved with the drugs again. She was actually off the drugs supposedly, but then he had money, so they got the drugs together, and basically somebody knew he had money, and he was kind of basically he got himself in trouble, and the thing is, they probably thought he did something he didn't do. And put it that way, he was walking around the street when nobody had nothing to lose. It was a decent neighborhood, and he passed away. I'm not going to tell you how he died, but it was a quick way of dying. So really, there was no pain or suffering. Really, that was a good part. But I do feel sorry and grief. I don't feel grief for him, because it was his fault. So I mean, if he goes to hell, let him go to hell. But I do feel grief for the girl that he was with. At this point, like I said, I am here for people, but I just don't care that much, because I'm not gonna work hard to make people care. I already worked hard my whole life. Everything I did, I was a hard worker. I put work, time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. And I noticed every grain of salt I put in, every ounce of sweat I put in, people would just drain me dry. So I realized, which is now that I'm a millionaire and I have millions of dollars, and it doesn't even matter because, I'm a sick man. Like I said, the doctor had said something about having or might having cancer, and he said, 1 year because I'm coughing up blood now, and I'm pretty sick. What I noticed about the YouTube channel, it's very, very picky and orientated. But you guys are missing out on a great thing because I've been to many shows, and I'm a showstopper. I take action, and I every time I go up to a show, I take it the show over. So at this point, I want to let everybody know, I'm doing okay. I'm probably gonna hit the casino soon. Harris, they want me there to do a song. I might sing a song, maybe by Michael Jackson or somebody else. I don't know. But I want to just basically let everybody know that it doesn't really matter, if at this point, if you're alive now. So what I want you to say with me is, I'm alive. I'm gonna survive. It doesn't matter if I die because the two hearts collide. Life is a bribe. Don't put me in for a ride. And what that means, it's a blessing and a curse in disguise. You could see it through my eyes that I don't tell too many lies. That's why I have to hide um, my feelings and how I feel and how I orchestrate myself, because there's nobody to be trusted. at this point. Right now, if you notice, I left many blessings. I blessed the whole town where I am. I probably blessed about 1,200, no, probably more. I bet you I blessed like 5,000 people, and I made sure people noticed. I went up to a lot of people. Guess how many people blessed me back? Zero. Zero people. Zero people gave, not one person gave me a blessing. I walked all over town, and I had to walk through at night, and I almost got eaten by a bear. I'm not going to mention any names, but there were some people that were full of hate. I knew where to stand and sit. I was tired, my legs were tired, I was worn out, I couldn't even walk anymore. The bears were there, I felt their presence. And basically, I was walking right in the middle of the street. I even had, unfortunately, I'm not going to tell you what paper I used because I don't want to get myself in trouble, but I had to sit on the side of the road and light up paper, basically to stay warm. And nobody cared. I was lighting a fire. People on a parkway with nothing. There wasn't a gas station, nowhere to stop. And guess what happened? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Nobody cared that I was lighting fires whatsoever. And then also on top of that, I was walking. I needed to get something to eat. I noticed there was a dog. It was probably a guard dog or a Rottweiler. And basically, I came up to the dog. I wasn't afraid. The dog came out of the gate. I put the dog back in. I told it to go back home. There was a restaurant right there. I was starving, didn't have anything to eat. It felt like I didn't eat for days. Obviously, it was only a few hours, but I was walking for the whole day. I just kept walking. And basically, what I noticed is they didn't even offer me anything to eat. I would have paid. They had a restaurant right there. And then I walked into another place, and but what I noticed is some people do care. When you show them that life is not fair, and basically they do sort of care. But obviously, right now, I'm holding down my throne. But at this point, people do take notice in things, but they don't care enough. They might show signs of respect. Like I said, I'm a pretty well respected and renowned man. A lot of people know me. Um, I made a donation to the hospital. I dressed up as Santa Claus, um, and I tried to get my name out there a little bit. And like I said, a lot of people do know me, and I just want to say something that at this point, I'm not gonna work hard to make people care, and that's not. I already worked my whole life. I worked until my bones were broken, until my heart was stolen, until I had no colon. So basically, what that means is just it means that I worked so hard that I'm here at this point where I need to rest. I need to stop stressing, and I need to rest and take it easy and not worry so much about getting back to work and focusing back into work. I already have a plan about how I'm going to start up a few more companies, but I already have millions of dollars. So, I mean, the only people that want me to get back to work is people that are enabling. They're trying to, enable me. My chauffeur that I pay $100,000. He's going to want next year. He's going to want to get paid $120,000, and then I have, my secretary and my accountant and my lawyer. They're always looking for more money, so they're taking advantage of me until basically, everything runs dry, and they're working me up like a machine. So I'm starting to notice it. I'm a slave to no one. So basically, I do appreciate anybody starting to notice. And I'm not hopeless. I do have hope for the human race at this point. But like I said, I'm not going to care if people don't care. And if it's not enough people caring, then I show that I don't care. And I still bless people. I'll bless a few people here and there. Some people do. But and I do appreciate what they do and what they stand up for. So it's not everyone. Um, But like I said, I need to rest and I need to take it easy. And if you're out there and if you're going through a tough time, put some music on, let the hair flow, open some windows, take a bike ride, do something to relax. Cause I'm a pretty well off man. My father was an Exxon Mobil. He owned about 7 gas stations, and basically, not everybody can have what they want. You can't always get what you want. Put it that way. So, if you can find something else to ease your mind, let it be. Just let it be. Just let it be. All right. Thank you again, and you have a good day.